Brightest blessings, everyone. Psychic Medium Elizabeth Grove, the Paranormal Priestess. Welcome to the Paranormal Priestess YouTube channel every Sunday, straight from the spirit chair. And welcome if you are new. Thank you so much. Perhaps you just clicked on this video, came up in your feed, maybe someone referred you. However you found me, I definitely believe that you're meant to be here. There's certain messages that you're meant to hear. And if you have been an ongoing subscriber, thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing to the Paranormal Priestess YouTube channel. And I appreciate every single one of you who have been supporting my work, who have been helped by my work. Many of you have become clients, and I've gotten to watch you grow into your empowerment, your self-love, start your life purpose. It's just been amazing, and I'm really quite blessed to do what I do. And if you are new, as I mentioned before, I am a psychic medium. I'm a psychic medium in two ways. I'm an angelic medium, so I'm able to connect with the angelics in a very direct way. I'm also able to connect with loved ones on the other side as a psychic medium. And both of these different sessions really just bring forth so many healing benefits, so much clarity. There's clarity and divine wisdom from the angelics, being able to clarify someone's life purpose, clarify a spiritual journey such as a twin flame journey, light worker journey, help with all different areas. The angels are there for all of that. And for those of you who want to speak to loved ones on the other side, being able to connect those two worlds is just very, very special in so many ways. Perhaps you lost someone who died in a tragic way. Perhaps you didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Maybe there were old grudges or things that have happened in the past that have not been resolved. And I really find that these types of sessions are just very emotional, and I'm able to bring through personalities and mannerisms and details and how they pass and so on and so forth. So I love what I do, the paranormalpriestess.com. Also wanted to mention too, I am a clearer, I am a spirit extractor specialist. I put this work on hold for now, but I'm able to do very unique clearings from the light body. And this addresses all types of dark entities, beings, dark beings, possessions, interferences, all those types of things. I will be continuing this work once I get the go on that. I'm just going through some things physically because of my energies. But I will announce that when it's ready. Again, the paranormalpriestess.com, all my services on there, and you can inquire through my contact page. So today's messages are going to be absolutely centered on the divine masculine if you are a twin flame. I am a divine feminine myself. I'm on the journey. I just want to mention too that all my services are not only limited to those who are on a twin flame journey, so I'm open to read for anyone or clear if I'm guided, but I am a divine feminine, and I have to say that the energies are so strong right now. They are so super powerful with pushing everything into place. Archangel Michael, he has this way of saying, hey, I want these messages to be shared. I heard his candle crackle twice really, really loud. I was like, yep, and then it's time to talk about the divine masculine. Sure enough, that's what he said was in the highest good. And we are in the new moon. If you're watching this in real time, this is new moon energy, new moon in Scorpio. We're in the month of Scorpio. And I have to say that the divine masculines are going through some really intense emotions, intense pull. They are feeling their divine feminine in a way which is just, they cannot ignore. Let's just say that they are feeling a very strong longing, a very strong desire. Okay, strong desire, their passion, sexual desire, and all that. And they are realizing a lot of things. They're realizing that the one that they are meant to be with, it's the divine feminine. It's always been the divine feminine. And even though many of the masculines have turned away, went with other people in relationships, married to others, try to ignore it, try to run away from the connection, there is absolutely no running from the connection any longer because just so much has shifted. And so much of the assistance there from the divine feminine side has really been a torch light for them. The strength that the Divine Feminines have stepped into, their goddess empowerment, that power is super sexy, super attractive, and the Divine Masculines just can't get enough of it right now. They cannot get enough of it. That's how I'm receiving this. And they really can't stay away. They really can't. So communication is really highlighted in many ways. Everything from getting that telepathic communication, communicating that way, very pure expressions coming through now, pure heart expression, being very real with you, expressing themselves from a really deep, authentic place that maybe they were afraid to do it before, but now they just have to allow themselves to be heard. They need to express what they're feeling, and which is so much. They want to express it through words. They want to express it through touch. They want to be able to touch their Divine Feminines and express their heart through that touch, whether it's in the physical, whether it's having that passion, that pure passion happen from distances in a telepathic way. It doesn't matter. It is limitless. There are no limitations. There are no boundaries with this type of unconditional love. And they want to make that very known and very clear. Speaking of clear, there's a lot of clarity now that the Divine Masculines are realizing. Clarity about themselves, clarity about the journey. If the Divine Feminine, if you are watching this and you're a Divine Feminine, if you've been wondering if the Divine Masculine is truly doing the work, the answer to this is a resounding yes. They have been doing the work. They have been going within. Some of you have even been getting the proof of that, either physical proof of that or telepathic proof of that, or just feeling it as an empath. They are doing the work. They are listening to spirit. They are tuning in to what the universe really is trying to tell them. They are having the past come up for them to resolve. A lot of the childhood stuff, a lot of the ancestral beliefs and things coming up. And they have been taking the time out to meditate, to reflect, and to let these things go. And I have to say, Divine Feminines, you have been just a strong power there, a strong inspiration there, and the Masculines are following your lead, and they're thankful for you. They're thankful for what you have helped them to realize. They are thankful for what they are feeling now, and they are not trying to repress it, suppress it. They can't. They can't, and that's how strong that these energies are. It truly is a resurrection of the Divine Masculine, and I happen to be wearing the Ankh. Many of you do know that I have connected to Egypt in the past. Many of you do connect to Egypt, Atlantis. And the scarab, the sacred scarab, is actually on here, and the scarab is all about from where there is death, there is life. From the heart of the darkness is born the light, as I always say. And the dung beetle is one of the main symbols, the scarab. It's called in Egypt, and being on the Ankh is really special to me because the Ankh is all about the merging of the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine. It's eternal life, right? This love is eternal. It's also a very helpful tool with connecting with the divine, having that union with the divine as well. So it's union in all ways. And I actually did a video on the channel about the Ankh if you're interested. So just letting you know that that's out there. But they are awakening in huge ways, and in ways where things are being clarified and the head and heart are communicating, and they're realizing things consciously, and they are accepting what's going on consciously, and they're realizing that this connection is the connection, and that there's no one that's going to take its place. There's no one that's going to replace their Divine Feminine, because they are understanding that the Divine Feminine is within the heart space. That's where the home is. And now we're just having a lot of that communication happen. A lot of the psychic insights coming through because of the Scorpio. Symbols, signs, higher self communication, communication from spiritual guides, whether they be family members or ancient spirit guides, animal medicine, all of that type of thing. And you know what? It's now what I'm feeling really strongly. It's about trusting what's coming through, and that's what the masculines are really getting. But the feminines are also in the place of surrender and trust. So if you are feminine, you are realizing now that you don't care about ghosting anymore. You don't care about getting physical proof right now. That you realize that when it's time to get that physical proof, it will happen. And if you're not getting it right now, then it's okay. It doesn't mean it makes this journey over. It doesn't mean it makes this journey any less true. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And for those of you who have not met your twin flame yet in the physical, I want to say this because I know I'm in this position as well. Please understand that your journey is just as valid as if someone else met their twin in the physical, or had a relationship with their twin or whatnot. It does not matter that you did not meet your twin yet, because you are still having that communication happen telepathically, higher self, through the dream state, through what you are receiving. You're still having that connection. That connection's there. The connection has no boundaries, no limitations. Okay, so I just want to make sure that that's known, and that connecting is strong. The sexual longing there is really just completely off the charts right now, and the masculines have just come out of a place where they were missing the divine feminine. So where they turned away with other people, tried to make a karmic marriage still work, even though they realize it's really over. However, whatever the reasons were for them turning away, they have missed that communication. They've missed that connection. They missed touching you, whether it's in the physical or telepathically touching you, and they missed it. And they needed that time. So much of what's happening right now is hidden. It's been contained behind closed doors, in a closet with this connection. Not coming out yet with what's really happening, and just realize that the containment of this and the hidden nature of this is okay, and it's for the reasons that more information needs to be received. There's just more transitioning that has to happen, and once all of that happens, once the dominoes are in place, then all of this will start manifesting. Okay, because union will be manifesting. I've said it many, many times. Always a very common question that on the twin flame journey, are you meant to come into physical union? Okay, and I have to say, for 99.9% of the twin flame collective there, and you know who you are, that is a resounding yes. Here and there, you may have twin flames who decided that they would do this journey, one, say, in the spirit world and one here. But I have to say that more common than not, we're here in these times of the ascension to bring this union in all ways. Okay, so that means from the spiritual, the inner union, into the outer world, into the manifested union. And it's all about going through various stages of healing, transitioning, stepping into alignment, and being able to attract everything into place in order to anchor the higher energies, anchor the higher love. Okay? And then be able to express that to the planet and lift the planet. So please understand that the containment of what's happening now and the hidden nature of what's happening, just enjoy it and just be really present with it, and don't worry that things aren't happening. And that's a huge message here, is that don't worry about the divine masculines. The divine masculines are being addressed. Archangel Michael has been saying time and time again to me personally, as well as to those who I've been reading, that I am helping the divine masculine. We are giving them clarity, helping them to realize, helping them to have all the methods and the tools and the resources to understand the journey and to commit to their healing, commit to their journey, commit to their divine feminines. And it's been happening in a huge way, especially this October is a pivotal month leading up to the 11/11 gateway, the November gateway. Just really pivotal, and it's going to be pushing everything ahead in 2020. We're going to see a lot of manifestations happen in 2020. Please know that your divine masculine is experiencing a lot of himself now in terms of understanding his gifts more, his abilities more, realizing that there's so much more to him than what he thought. And that intuition is just really key here. The psychic insights, the impressions, and the things that he's connecting to. As he's meditating, as he's reflecting, as he's having that time for himself, doing what he needs to do to balance himself, clear himself, those who are in prayer, those who are having their own personal rituals, whatever they look like, this is something that's happening for the divine masculines on a massive scale, and they're connecting more to who they are at a soul level, and this includes tapping into their talents and their gifts and receiving a lot of insights and knowledge as to how to put those gifts more into use and how it's going to change their lives. We're having a lot of major changes going on here, so I have to say I've been seeing a lot of 555s happening. Well, I've been seeing a lot of synchronicities like 222, 444, 888, and lots of different signs and symbols are coming out. But the 555s are all about major changes, and major changes are happening within the divine masculine space for sure. So whether it's the ending of a relationship, whether it's the ending of a marriage, whether it's leaving an old job that no longer serves, whether it's disconnecting from friends they no longer feel, lots of changes. The changes with being able to heal certain beliefs, habits, distortions, traumas, false identities. They are now taking off those masks. They're taking off those masks. They're being very real with their divine feminines. They are certainly ready to step forward in ways in which are different. They've never stepped forward before as, and they are different. Okay, so but those changes are just taking place, and they're taking place with the feminines too, as far as what needs to be prepared, what needs to be done before union can take place. So both parties, it's a matter of trusting it, having faith in it. Archangel Raphael is definitely working with the divine masculines with healing their hearts, heartbreak, perhaps the end of an old relationship, the end of a marriage, having to deal with the residue, the emotional residue from relationship and also from the past, from anything that's limited their power, anything that has caused them low self-worth or caused them to devalue themselves, the regrets, the guilts that are associated with the past, again, relationship or family, being rejected by others, them rejecting themselves, any times where they have been betrayed or been deceived, or if this has taken place between the divine masculine and the divine feminine in the past. All of those things are being rectified, and divine masculines have come to terms with a lot of this and has healed a lot of this, and Archangel Raphael has been assisting here. And please know, feminine, you have been assisting, of course, with the healing, the victories that have absolutely been impacting them, helping them to have victories. Please know that the divine masculine is staying the course, doing what they need to do, and they want this. They really do want this. They realize at a conscious level, now we're talking conscious, that they want this. They want it to work. They want to know more about their divine feminine. They want to explore this deeper. They want to understand who they are now. They want to explore that deeper. They want to know how they can be of purpose in the world, how they can serve. They want to help people. They want to step into that sovereignty, just like the divine feminine has recently stepped into that sovereignty. They want to do that too. You guys are mirrors. So now it's their time, again, it's the divine masculine's time for that resurrection. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I love the fact that we can put the word beautiful with masculine. And men can be beautiful, so beautiful too. And there's a lot of the gender stigmas that are called. This is a huge message coming up too, is that the new masculine, so anything from the past where it's been stigmas on the genders, the divine masculine having to have all the pressures to be the provider, having to be basically the alpha male, having to show value and worth through having wealth and success, anything that has been put upon the divine masculine, as well as this is being applied to the feminine. The masculines are now becoming that new masculine, and that's what's really important here. Okay, so please know that the masculines are acknowledging all of this, and they are parting with this. There's a couple of spirit animals that are coming up also for this October. And I want to just point these out. I talked about the crow and the raven, but I'm also having the cat. And these are two night creatures. And what's really important about the night creatures is that they are able to perceive the hidden realms. So it's the hidden realms of spirit. It's the hidden realms of consciousness. And the cat is all about instincts. And now the masculines are truly paying attention to their instincts, and they are going to be acting on their instincts. The instincts about what they're supposed to do, where they're supposed to be, how they're supposed to proceed in the world. The instincts about how they are just so connecting to their feminine now. They're following those instincts, following the intuition. The cats are very intuitive. Very intuitive. And that feminine energy here. Okay, I also get this as like the sexual energy too, that has been really quite powerful now between the feminine and the masculines. And we have the crow and the raven. We have the crows who are the keepers of the karmic law, and the crow and the raven. Okay, they bring through the mysterious realms. They also could be a bird of prophecy. Okay, so prophetic visions, prophetic information coming through now. And they really do bring those messages through. So with a lot of messages through numbers, through music, just synchronistic things happening here, where it's really saying to the divine masculine, hey, you know what? This is the path. That's the partner. This is who you are. And there's no turning away from that. And the divine feminines are getting a lot of the validation and the confirmation through signs and synchronicities that the divine masculines are really being very, very connected to what's happening here, and they're accepting it and they're going with it. Okay, and it's just a beautiful thing. I just want to make sure I didn't forget anything. Yeah, I mean, it's really time for the divine masculines to really show their true authenticity, their true power, and their expression is an expression that they don't have to hide from or feel like they're somehow going to be rejected or somehow feel like the divine feminine is going to turn them away. They're feeling safe. They're feeling safe in the connection. They're feeling safe to express themselves. They're feeling safe to accept this connection, as crazy as it may have seemed in the past. And they can't help themselves with wanting to express just how much the divine feminine means to them, and that there's been no one and nothing that's compared to it, and they can't get anyone else to fill that void. It's not going to happen. It doesn't work. Even though they might have tested the waters, it does not work. And those realizations are truly pushing everything into place. Divine Feminine, stay your course. You're doing a fantastic job. And you being who you are meant to be and loving yourself and putting your best foot forward with being of service and staying very present and grounded with this connection and allowing it to unfold has really done so much for your divine masculine, and they're very thankful for that. And you have really been someone that has played such a role in their lives, and they're feeling it, connecting to it, and they absolutely adore you, and really not only sense it, but in all ways they're just connected to the beauty of you, power of you, and it's just wow. It's mesmerizing to them, mesmerizing, and magical. And I think I want to end on that word magical. It's probably one of my favorite words. Yeah, and it is Halloween. It is the Celtic Samhain as well. So happy Halloween, blessed Samhain. It is a magical time. Pay attention to what's coming through. Believe what's coming through. Believe without seeing, because everything is in alignment, and the divine has got you. Your ancestors on the other side, they have you. The ancestors of your beloved have them. The ancestors are absolutely available and willing to connect during this time, because the veils are very thin. And you know, I love the fact that we have the spirit guides that are assisting. We even have higher selves that are assisting, even like friends of your counterpart in higher self form are assisting. There's support everywhere. So the message really is about not to worry. Masculines are here, and they are ready to go, and just be patient with how that's going to work its way into the physical, because it will. And being grateful for every single encounter with your masculine, and being grateful for the connection that's always there is going to be really key. Okay? I hope this has helped. I hope you guys resonated with it. And remember, very, very true, from the heart of the darkness is born the light. Brightest blessings. Take care, everyone. And I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.